It's all well and good qualifying for the Champions League, winning the league, all that jazz. The downside is you end up playing against teams you've heard of. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm that Trucking Foot Manager. Welcome back to the Green Army, and I'm a favoured personnel. Doing a double can do things for you, clearly. I'm proud of myself. I'm not really. And today, whoa, we're going to Moldova. Yes, it is Moldova's finest output, Sheriff Tiraspol, who are our home and away opponents in this game. And this game's actually really important. Because I've been looking through the rules, and I will run through you briefly the qualification options. But you know how I said about falling into the Europa League and then falling into the Conference League? Not so much. I'll get to that. I'm going to get ahead of myself a bit. First things first, transfers. We're not there yet. That's the biggest problem with having Champions League ties in early July is we're not ready. We've let go a lot of players, a hell of a lot of players, possibly too many players. But we haven't yet been able to rebuild those ranks quite enough. Let's have a look around. Transfers-wise, if we look at players released last year, because seasons are weird, bang, that's quite a few, as you can clearly see. I'm not going to click on everyone, but Callum Chapman-Page, centre-half, gone. English is why. Tafari Moore, Plymouth Argyle legend Tafari Moore is gone. Matthew Blake, left-back, is gone. This one might turn out to be an error, I'm not going to lie. So I'm already looking at him going, might get him back if he wants. Do you want to come back? No, you don't want to play for Europa FC anymore. Understandable. Adam Parks, the goalkeeper, is gone. Ollie Banks, the scout. Well, I don't know what he used to be, but he's not it anymore. He's gone. Otis Khan, left winger, gone. Izzy Brown, centre midfield, attacking midfielder, sometimes winger, gone. Luke Trotman, right back, gone. Harry Anderson, left winger, right winger. Kind of both, gone. George Broadbent, no idea. Centre midfielder, gone. We're starting to get into the realms of not heard of this guy. Slavy Spazov, centre forward, can't finish. Apart from that, he's actually quite useful. Gone. Luca Murphy, centre half, gone. Because he wasn't Gibraltarian by homegrown status. He's actually not a bad centre half, but he's not a good centre half. And because he came through Fulham's ranks, he hasn't got the homegrown status, which means he's as much used to us as a Zimbabwean. Like, we need those slots so desperately. And I will show you, we've done a little bit of work towards that, but not as much as I'd like, because there's no one left who's good, who qualifies, who would be interested in moving anyway. Christian Lopez, the goalkeeper we only ever saw at college, is gone. We're stretching the barrel here, but I've got some squalling to do. Reece Massey, whoever he is gone. Lewis Lloyd, gone. Andrew Vinícius Cruz, gone. He's gone too. He's been picked up by the Lions. Fair play. Archie Shepherd is gone. I mean, I don't know who most of these people are. Khalid Naim is gone. Matthew Sadler. Matthew Betts. Paul Pooley. I'm sure he played a couple of times for us, just because homegrown. But he's not very good. Luca Blair is gone. Ryan Rowan, cracking name, gone. Marcus Pell, what a mohawk, gone. Gerardo he's English. Gerardo Magno, probably not. Gone though. And Dan Allen is the last of the culls. Now that is that. Now outbound in terms of sales, we knew about this. Brian Forrest went to Airdrie as a right back. The fans weren't desperately happy about that. I saw he had a chance at developing, but he's a right back who cannot run. He has a 6 pace, so that's never going to go above 10, no matter what you do. He wanted to go to Scotland. He's Scottish. He came up through Bolton's ranks, so he would never have got that homegrown status again. So, fine, bye. He's getting £825 a week and playing for Airdrie United. Have at it. Good effort. Now for the inbounds. There's been a little few. Not as many as I would like. Not even close to as many as I would like. We have signed Jalen Hankins. He is Gibraltar's #1 goalkeeper at the minute. He is homegrown because he came through the Red Imps and through Europa Point and Lincoln again. I mean, that's actually quite confusing. Gordon Vitti played for a lot of different teams. But either way, homegrown. So both our goalkeepers are homegrown. That's genuine competition between Hankins and Banda. Hankins is probably going to win. One thing I did learn when I was signing him is that I'm really going to have to keep an eye on the difference with the national star rankings and the club star rankings, because he was a 4.5 star goalkeeper until I signed him, and then I realised I'd been looking at the national rating. So Europa FC are a better team than Gibraltar right now, and that's probably going to stay that way. 25-year-old goalkeeper. He's good. Like I say, he's first choice at the minute for the national team. Between him and Banda, I think we'll get something good going on. He's better than Banda, just about. He's still not good enough, but we're not going to get anyone better. We've also paid money for him, for the first time paid money for anyone. He shipped 130 and 95 for Ibiza, which isn't bad. We paid 10 grand, rising to 20 grand when he plays a hell of a lot of games. So many games that by the time we get there, we won't notice the other 10 grand. I think it's 50 games, bearing in mind it's an 18-game season. That's like 4 years. Callum Heath has come in from the Hound Dogs. This is he. He's a centre mid. He's a deep line playmaker. He's 17 years old. He's got a determination of 2. So it might not happen, folks. This will shock you. But first touch of 15, passing of 12, technique of 15, vision of 12, positioning of 12. If we can kick him up the arse hard enough, he might become a centre midfielder. So we're going to try. Can't do more than that. He came from the Hound Dogs ranks. He's been playing for Hound Dogs. 13 appearances, 2 goals, and assists and a man of the match. We just have to get that determination out of the gutter. And he might turn into a footballer. He's a bit slow, but he's a centre midfielder. He's a deep line playmaker. You don't have to be fast to be a deep line playmaker. Just stand on our side of the centre circle and just spray passes out. And we're passing 12, vision 12. That's exactly what he can do. But I'm worried that he's not going to develop because he's got a determination of 2. Never mind. Into this season, and it's not a long list, okay? We paid £12,000 for Jake G, an English centre midfielder, 21 years old. Again, we'll never get that status, but the physicals are absolutely staggering. The mentals are all solid. Determination is high enough. Teamwork is good. Work rate is good. Vision's pretty good. He's a ball-winning midfielder. He's so close to being a better midfielder, to being a deep liar. Like, if we look at his deep line playmaker stats, if we go support, what's he missing in his game? Just a bit of calmness, really. An 8 passing in this league is not bad. An 8 first touch in this league is not bad. A 7 composure isn't bad. He just doesn't think. And we can beat that into him, right? 9 decisions, 7 composure. If we can get those into double digits, at least that one, it could be a solid centre mid. Like a solid centre mid that we want. We don't really play ball winners. I'm going to train him. In fact, I don't think I've set this up yet. No, I'm going to train him as a centre mid, as a deep line playmaker. Because he's never going to be an attacking playmaker. He's never going to be a advanced forward or anything like that. Sorry, advanced forward. You know what I mean? Advanced playmaker. Because there's too much of his forward game that isn't there. He can't cross. He can't finish. He can't head. Keep him back. Let him sit. Which kind of seems like a waste of his... Maybe he's a box-to-boxer. Ooh, is he a box-to-boxer, do you reckon? Again, missing too much of the attacking stuff, but those physicals will make up for it. Let's do that with an additional focus on passing. And see what happens. He's only 21? 21. Anyway. I'm getting distracted, and this is going to be another one of those 50-minute videos that I know you guys hate. Hate. I'd hate them. James Robinson of the Hound Dogs. A particular shout out for anyone who's trying to catch up with this series. Sorry. Like, that's twice in 2 seasons that I've given you 45-minute plus videos to hammer through. I'm very sorry. Because, I'm doing the exact same thing with Aussie Villain at the minute. I suddenly realised I'd missed like 3 seasons, and I'm like, I'm getting back into this, and I'm not going to just dive in and hope for the best. I'm catching up, damn it. And yeah, thankfully he's much more restrained with his video lengths, so it's quite Easy. And by the way, go watch it. Queen of the South, win a Champions League. There's a challenge for you. Almost makes mine look easy. And he's doing very well. Go check him out. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. James Robinson's an 18-year-old. He was from the Hound Dogs. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. I keep clicking off the thing. Centre mid on attack? Maybe. He's 18. He's in the reserves. Physicals are where it's at. Again and again, I don't understand. Stamina 4, natural fitness 12. I don't get it. But determination of 17 excites me on its own. Is he going to make it? Maybe. Vision's one that's quite hard to train, isn't it? You can't learn. I mean, teamwork. Don't ever let him sit deep because he can't tackle. His passing's not dreadful, but he doesn't see the pass to make it, so who cares? First touch is good. Decision making's pretty good. He's a flair full centre mid, but he can't shoot. There's half a footballer in there, but 120 quid a week, why not? He's going to develop more than he would at the Hound Dogs because he's going to be training all the time. So that's enough for me to want to snatch him up, just possibly for the national team. We'll see. And finally, finally, James Caetano, we know him from the national team. He's not the player I wanted to sign. He's a left winger, inverted winger, right winger, real winger. He's right-footed. He's going to be an inverted winger, really, but he's only 21. But he's homegrown, and I've signed him for being homegrown. We didn't pay any money for him, but he's 400 quid a week. He knows he's a squad player. He's not going to make it. Well, he's determination 15. He might make it. Physicals are pretty solid. Technicals are not. He has got 21 caps already at the age of 21, and that's mostly my fault. He's not really there, but I just needed another body. I'm thinking about training him as a centre mid. I haven't done it yet because, well, I haven't. I don't think he's an inverted winger. That's the problem. And the problem is, if I put him on the right wing, where he can, cross and not try and shoot, he is going to unseat Ndukwu, who is considerably better. Ndukwu can play the left wing. Never mind. We'll work that out as we come back. He's probably a rotation option. He's probably second choice. So yeah, that's 12 grand total spent this season and 10 grand last season, up to a potential 20. Huh? Oh, because the last manager spent a fortune. Okay, fair enough. Look at the finances then. We are back in the hole, 11 grand in the hole. We are 3 grand away from our wage budget with 6 grand in the transfer budget. There are still chances that Ndukwu is going to vanish. I've given him a new contract and unfortunately accidentally gave him a match highest earner clause. Didn't see that coming. But he's a very good right winger. He really is. And he's homegrown. Is he homegrown? No, he's not homegrown. Scratch for homegrown. But he's still a very good right winger. He does bits for us quite often. Quick. 13, granted not super quick, but quick. But Notts County are still sniffing around him. So we don't know what's going to happen there. You'll notice that Beckwith is injured, which means we're playing a left-back cross centre-half at right-back today. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Where am I? I'm nearly 20 minutes deep already. Oh dear. I'm very sorry. I just don't stop rambling, do I? But let me give you an example. I don't do the player search unscouted. I don't cheat, basically. I call that cheating. A lot of creators do call it cheating. I often get people in the comments do pop up and just go, hey, just go look at the reserves of X team because you'll find someone. It's like, I don't play the game that way. I'm not one of those that goes, oh, you can't touch the player search button. Because you can. Because as long as you search by scouted ability, it's someone your scouts know about. Or it's someone you know about. Notice how many of these players are College 75 players. But yeah, this is set to... Well, I can reset... I don't know why the age... I set the age to low and then I realised I couldn't find anyone. So we'll clear it. Clear it completely. Add condition. Homegrown status is Gibraltarian. Right? The only thing I want is a player who has the homegrown status I need. In fact, we want trained nation 0 to 21. Who's available? Max Cottrell of College 75. That's the best player available according to my scouts. We know Max Cottrell. He's not desperately good. He's a fringe player at college. And he's not even on a contract. And that's the best player that comes up. Rafi Emrani. We looked at signing him. We're not going to sign him. We might change that later, depending on how bad the homegrown status thing is. But, you know, Chris Bangura, attacking mid of Man 62. He's okay, and nothing more than that. We wouldn't be playing him up there. We'd be playing him as an advanced playmaker, centre mid. His passing and vision are okay. They're acceptable. But they're probably going to want money for him. But he's not going to improve the side. He'll fill a slot. That's one thing. And that is set to doubtful. That is anyone who would even contemplate, who would even allow me to open the conversation about moving clubs. And that's bad. There is no one interested in the loan at all who we've heard of. No one at all. And equally, look, I don't know who these players are, but he's loan listed from the Magpies. The Magpies don't want him. He's not for me. My God. A right back for stamina of 4. Beautiful. So that's where we are at the minute. We do have the ability now to ask, I don't know if it's going to appear now because I've done it quite recently. There. We have the ability to ask to expand the scouting range. Unfortunately, they keep saying no. The answer is, you only just got here. I know I've only just got here, but I can't find any players. Which means, yeah, we cannot find players. I mean, players that meet that criteria is going to be probably in Gibraltar anyway, right? So maybe that is all we're stuck with. But if we go the other way, what I want to do is I say, all right, fine, give me players who are 17 or under, and I can create them myself. They're all Gibraltarian players I already know about. Here's the best one. Angel Salica has a determination of 4. He's a 17-year-old attacking mid, which means I wouldn't be playing him. If you want to play him up front, that's fine, but he can't finish. I'm not going to sign him. Especially since Kion are probably going to want money. I'm not going to pay money for him. And I don't have the scouting range to look for anyone better. I've ranted again, haven't I? There's another 5 minutes for video length. Sorry. So that's where we are in terms of signing players. We're going to keep working on it. But I'm not going to go and hunt. I mean, I've been hunting through College 75. I've requested a team report on their reserves because their youth team is better than ours. Their youth facilities are better than ours. And their youth teams that come through are usually better. Our last development squad was shocking. Absolutely shocking. If we look at the under-19s, who came through out of this set? Not them. I think Crab was one of them. He's in a wheelchair, I think, looking at those physicals. I mean, yeah, again, first touch. Yeah. Is it in the way? Is this the guy I just signed? No. First touch is good. Finishing, the technique's good. Teamwork's good. Passing's good. But if you can't run, what's the point? Basically. Anyway, shut up and get on with it. There's too much to talk about. Got 2 matches to get through yet. Competitions. Here we go. We are in the UEFA Champions League. We are home first. Bugger. Against Sheriff Tiraspol. We know who Sheriff Tiraspol are. They're the Moldovan champions. Only founded in 97. I didn't know that. They're a better team than us. We know this. But here's where we come into a bit of an issue. We are currently in the Champions Path first qualifying round. Double check. Yes. First qualifying round. If we lose, we fall all the way to the Europa Conference League third qualifying round. That's annoying. We don't want to fall that far. If we can beat Sheriff Tiraspol, big if, the second qualifying round, we'd fall into the Europa League qualifying round. That's a big difference. Now, we've already been drawn in the second qualifying round, and we'll be playing Ludogorets. We ain't beating them. Ludogorets are a good side. We're probably not beating Tiraspol, but we're definitely not beating Ludogorets. So, that's, fine. Now, if we look at the Europa League, it will be the Champions Path third qualifying round, which is where it starts from, apparently. Champions Path, third qualifying round. Winners qualify for the playoff. So, we probably still drop out. But you get paid 240 grand just for turning up. And we might qualify for the playoff. We wouldn't fall again into the Europa Conference League. Look at Europa Conference League, we would be qualified into the Champions third qualifying round. 85 grand for turning up in that one. So there's a £200,000 difference between winning and losing against Ludogorets, not including the Champions League money, which, by the way, is 85 grand in the first leg and 85 grand in the second leg. There's a lot of money coming out of this, and we need it because we need to start convincing the board to let us do stuff. Recording time 25 minutes. Minus editing, call it 20. This is gonna be a long video again, guys. I'm very sorry. I'm not very sorry. I'm a bit sorry. Let's have a quick look in the resis for a right back. I don't think we've got one. We've got Robbie Moore, who is 16 years old and genuinely worse than our left back. We'll do that then. Yeah, the squad is very thin. I know this. But Jalen Hankins is a goalkeeper, kind of. Olivero at right back. I'm not going to show you all of them, actually. There's no point. O'Driscoll and Leonton at centre back. Mullen at left back with Jake G or Gee? No idea. And Swiderski in the middle. And Dukwu and Magruer on the wings. Williams and Morgan up top. No, Williams and Borke up top. Fitness is an issue. Have we played a couple of friendlies? No, we haven't. Whoops. I could have sworn I put some friendlies in there. I must have put them in after this instead by mistake. It's a big ask. Jake G needs a number. He can have, what is he? He's the midfielder. He can have 18. Get on Scholesy. Caetano on the wing, 11. Sold. Let's go. It's annoying. I mean, ultimately, the league season with cup finals and all that on finishes in the middle of May. By the time you've got the players out of the squad, you're into June, and by the 8th of July, you need to you need to be able to play football like against a European opposition. And obviously, squad registration becomes a thing as well. So it's not just that I don't have the players right now. It's that unless they fit a very specific group of ages, I will not have the players for this entire campaign. Because I can only add or subtract 3 per round, I think. That's not going to be enough. If I suddenly sign like 7 or 8 players that make this squad better, that's, you know... I forgot to show you the homegrown status of all of these players, and I will do that in a minute after the game. Mullen to throw into Swiderski. Back to Mullen. Big cross, back post. Ionton's under it. Bounces around in a way I couldn't quite work out. We don't look dreadful. I mean, that's as good as it gets, really. We don't look dreadful. But we're matching them for now, but this is the home leg. Yet another reminder, we are desperate to improve European coefficient. And, you know, by going deep in this, that's what we want. I don't like what I just saw from this team. Borke is apprehensive again. Come on. Don't be that guy, Borke. The guy always seems to go the other way when it comes to team talks. That's Red Star Belgrade, right? Krivina Svedska. They're 9-0 up in their first leg. That's quite scary. Ionton with a header towards Sviderski, but it doesn't get there. Yurku. Please don't get sent off, Mullen. We cannot afford to lose the left back as well as the right back. Huge booming cross. Back into the centre, and it's hit O'Driscoll and gone in. Hankins doesn't react. And Kalkinov puts Sheriff 1-0 up. Demand more. This is for our first 10-0. For our first appearance in the Champions League, this squad just isn't big enough and isn't strong enough, and it's really annoying. But it was always going to happen. This squad did need a rebuild. We were always sailing so close to the wind when it came to squad slots. But maybe I was a bit too harsh to get rid of it. Because ultimately, a player who doesn't meet the squad slot... Borke hits a screamer. Does it count? We're not looking at the referee yet. It does count. Borke with a beautiful goal. It's his first goal of the season. Damn it, Football Manager. And you have to say, for a 6.2, I wonder if his movement is so poor that he's accidentally found himself in space. Because he just couldn't be bothered to come back from the wing. But it's a lovely hit. It's a lovely finish. I don't know if I've already said this. Magruer. You don't need to see your side again. Magruer, the left winger, I've mentioned repeatedly about how he's going to qualify as homegrown next season. Damn it. I really hoped it was this season because obviously that would help us out massively. Matt Williams is on a booking. Let's put Magruer up top. Take Williams off for a Caetano debut. Yeah, play as a winger. I don't care. And G off for Conlon. and roll it. One each is fine going into the second leg, I think. If nothing else for the match sharpness. G to Ndukwu. Williams made a run, but didn't see it. Ndukwu just keeps going. It's 3 in the middle. Big booming cross, back stick. McGrew with the header just over the top. Now the subs will go ahead. 65th minute. We've been the better team. Just. More shots. Whether they're better or not is a different matter. Mararo over a free kick. You know this one's going in, don't you? And so it is. That's annoying. But it's far from over. What matters is it's far from over. Part of me is thinking now, I didn't realise when I started that spiel about the European qualification that you didn't fall from Europa League into Conference League. At least not at that level. So part of me wonders if falling straight to the Conference League might be better because we might be able to get through a couple of rounds. I don't know. But ultimately, if we don't get into the group stage, it's not going to make a huge difference which round we fall out in, apart from for money. Swiderski to Ionton. Back to O'Driscoll. O'Driscoll trots forward, over the halfway line. Adventurous centre-half. Swiderski to Borje. Caetano. Show us what you've got, mate. Cut back onto your right and swing it across. Oh, that's not a very long cross, is it? Come on. Mullen. Spanks one, and the goalkeeper tips it over the top. 15 to play. We haven't given up yet. Conlon over the corner. Very deep corner, and it's headed away, and that'll go for a throw-in and the highlight. 76th minute. What can we do to fix this? Swiderski looks tired. We don't have another centre midfielder. Oh, McGrew, do you fancy playing a third role of the day? Good man. Jake Wakeling can come on up top. And somehow Borge's got through 90 minutes. You've got to wonder. Okay, I'm now willing to accept that I let too many players go. I'm willing to accept that now. I thought I'd be able to build it up better, and what I should have done, it's now 14-0 to Red Star, by the way. What I should have done is build it up first. Never mind. What are we going to say? Proud of your efforts. Go for it. McGrew is apprehensive. Why? One of those days. Didn't work. Never mind. I'd probably better shut up and get us straight to the second leg, because otherwise you'll be really swearing at me about video length again. Imagine being the team that just got smashed 14-0 by Red Star Belgrade and then having to take them back to your place afterwards. We are taking a massive gamble. We're playing Beckwith at right back. He has 4 to 8 days left on recovery from his groin strain. This is a huge gamble. He might crumble and fall, but we don't have another right back. By playing Oliveira at right back, we can right back and centre half. We're going to go for this. This might be massively the wrong decision. We're also going to play Tom Conlon instead of Jake G. G. Sorry. Nothing. Caetano's going to start at left wing, which allows McGrew to start up top. That's about all the changes. Hankins, Mullen, Oliveira, O'Driscoll and Beckwith, Swiderski and Conlon, Ndukwu and Caetano, McGrew and Williams. We have gotten a scouting report through. We're going to offer a couple of players trials, but they're already under bid from other teams, so they're probably just going to sign for other teams. There's not enough in what I can see about them for me to think I must have that player now. They haven't got a single player out there with a squad number below 30. Does that mean they're playing the reserves or what? No idea. Exact revenge. Reap your Rowengi. Come on, boys. Let's do this. Team picked itself. It's a strong team. Is Beckwith fit enough? Definitely not. O'Driscoll is not sharp enough. Probably not. We have got a friendly next week, so that's good news. Obviously, there will be another European tie, because whatever happens, we've got someone to play in Europe. And again, that helps massively for monies and for ratings. O'Driscoll can pick this one up. Out wide to Mullen. Swiderski. Apart from match sharpness and Beckwith's groin might fall off, this is a strong team. The strongest we've got, pretty much. McGrew drives wide, chips a ball very high and very deep to Beckwith. Please don't go down injured. Good boy. Conlon scoops it forward. Swiderski was probably offside. It's not going to matter. He's managed to put it into the crowd. That was a couple of creative passes, wasn't it? We'll go encourage. They've got a nice big ground, but there's no one in it. So hopefully we can use that as an encouraging thing. Look at the size of this stadium and look how few people have bothered to turn up. They obviously don't care. We do. Let's get on with it. That sort of talk. And Dukwu cuts it back. And it's headed away by Gabarev. Olivero to Mullen. And Swiderski. Hits one. Oh, that is a hit and a half from Swiderski. A gorgeous strike. And we are back level. There are no away goals in this competition anymore. So we are on for extra time and pens, which is definitely what our fitness and our right back require. I'm going to watch him very, very closely. I expect he'll get the hook at half time, depending on how badly he declines. Assuming he hasn't gone off injured by then. We're definitely not going to give him 90 minutes, put it that way. Chuck some praise out there. We're winning a tie. No, we're not winning the match. We want to win the tie. What's going on at Red Star? Only 2-0. Who are Giuliani? No idea. Goal kick away by Moreno. Olivero wins the header. And it's intercepted by Rojas? Something like that. Celeriac. No, wait. Pomeranian. Don't take the piss out of names. They're going to score now. Yeah, that always happens. Kalinkov makes it 3-2. And we're not back yet. Beckwith is definitely not going to make it past half-time. But we've gotten a half out of him, and that's important in itself. Olivero drops, doesn't he? O'Driscoll drops, and then goes chasing. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess defensively. Hankins probably should have got to that as well, really. His positioning was poor, but he was on that side of the goal. So, yes. Demand more. It was always going to be a big ask. Sheriff Tiraspol are a Champions League group stage team, sometimes. Can I get 15 more minutes out of Beckwith? What was that? Get it together. Hankins is demotivated. Well, good. No. Beckwith off. Ionton on, and then Olivero to run. Actually, we might as well just leave Ionton out there. What can he do? Can he run? He can run a bit. He can tackle. Yeah, Sodder, you stay out there then. Good man. Yeah, Olivero's slow. Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Well done, Beckwith. Have an extra 20 quid for that. That was a good performance, and you didn't die, and we like that. We like it when our right back doesn't die, especially when he's the only one we've got. Ionton to Ndukwu. Again, there's 4 in the middle. We get the cross right. Lays it back to Ionton, who doesn't really cross very often. Caetano nods it back to Mullen. Back to Caetano, and it's a pen. We've got a penalty. We're back in this. We don't have who's taking it. It's going to be McGrewer. Come on, McGrewer. Lovely pen. Sends the keeper the wrong way, and we're back in the tie again. Can we pinch this? Do we have enough about us to pinch this? We can always put McGrewer back out onto the left wing and bring on someone like Wakeling, who for some reason my assistant doesn't like. Jake Wakeling, I would say, is probably the second best striker at the club. But he is always, you know when the selection suggestions comes up, it's never Wakeling, it's always someone else. It's interesting. We're going to do exactly what I just said. McGrewer out to left wing, Caetano off, and Wakeling on. See, even then, it wanted me to put Hernandez up top. Why? Hernandez can go there, actually. Ooh, do I need to make a third change? Yeah, Swiderski's knackered. Hernandez in there as centre mid attack. Let's get some fitness into him as well. Yes, I know this isn't the best time to be trying to encourage players to get fit. Oh, there we go. Red Star have got their 11th goal. It's going to be 25-0 on aggregate as it stands. Who are they? I mean, it could always be worse. You could be getting smashed 25-0 by Red Star Belgrade. Antoniuk to Mararu and Carlotti. Mullen, don't get sent off. What are you doing in there? You're a left back. Sort off out on the wing. Good boy. Turkan to Kalinkov. If we can nick it, that's a good ball for O'Driscoll's the wrong side of his man again, and if Gabraev could finish, would be in trouble. Demand more. 9 to play. Mullen with a throw-in. McGrewer is there. Wakeling came wide. He's gone back in now. Here's Hernandez. Cross comes in. Who's under it? Oh, and Ndukwu loses that in the air, and it's a counter-attack, isn't it? McGrewer with a fantastic tackle to Hernandez. Mullen back to Hernandez again. Conlon to Olivero. It's going to be a hoof at some point. When's it going to be? O'Driscoll out the wing to Ionton. Send Ndukwu. He's running against an injured man. Just send him. Ionton takes on that man instead. Drives in the cross. Hernandez is there. It's blocked away and the keeper picks it up in the end. The left back's knackered. Run at him. We have had more shots. Admittedly, they weren't as good, but we've had more. That's all that matters, right? Quantity over quality every time. Kalinkov. Caldecott. Caldecott Services heads it forward. He's taking a piss out of names again. Olivero to Hernandez. Flicks back to Olivero. His Mullen. Magruder is wide. Mullen again. Magruder's not making the run. It would be nice if Magruder made the run. I'm not going to lie. Could you please make the run? Up the wing. You know, because you're a winger. Picks out Wakeling instead. Mullen makes the run. The left back is happy to make the run. Magruder didn't fancy it. Now he trots casually into the area. Mullen with a big early ball. And Duku was probably offside, but he didn't get as far as him. Ionton chips it back into Magruder, this time to finish it. Deflected away and hacked out for a throw-in, and that we could have stolen it twice now. Our XG is much higher than theirs. And this guy, well, we've got questions. It's extra time. I'm hoping we get an extra sub, because otherwise somebody's going to die. That's just to exact revenge. Let's go. Keep going, you can make a difference. Keep going, you can make a difference. Keep going, you can also make a difference. You can all make the difference. You may all be the miracle. And Duku's tired. Magruder is tired. Duku's having a poor game. Williams is having a very poor game up front. Can we make a change, please? Borke is on. It's probably the wrong substitution. But we have 5-6 players who are now in the red in terms of fitness. So we're just going to have to deal with that. Can't sub all of them. It's going to come down to penalties in this already very short and punchy video. Sorry. Once again, sorry. We are attacking them. It's not like we've sat back. And Dukwu might die. Antonyuk. Conlon's marking him well. Danu back to Antonyuk again. And Turkan. Kalinkov. Turkan again. Antonyuk. Can we get a foot in anywhere here? Kalinkov. Gabraev is just standing offside. He's hit it from range and it doesn't matter. He's gone over the top. 106th minute. Get some more encouragement out there. We've got a chance to pinch this. Please don't rely on penalties because we're not very good at them. Rogak to Kalinkov. Rylian to Carlotti. And Mararu. And Gabraev's got to be off, hasn't he? I think he's off. If not, it's Oliveira's fault and I'm sacking him. It's Oliveira's fault and I'm sacking him. Very attacking. Oliveira is playing everyone on, isn't he? He goes with Callan. Oh, look at him. He's 10 yards behind the other defenders. And Hankins just doesn't really... Okay, that's Hankins dropped. He might not be the signing we hoped he was. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And we're going to go very attacking. We're not going to get back into it. And oh, we've got one more highlight with 30 seconds to play. Moreno launches it forward. Olivero heads it out wide to Magruder. It's got to be now. Magruder in front of Wakeling. He might be onside. Wakeling. Oh, he screwed it wide. Oh, that was it. That was about a £300,000 miss. Cheers for that, mate. Oh, well. Oh. What a miss that is as well. What a miss. You can't have too much of a go at them. They've played brilliantly, apart from a couple. So, outstretched arms. Look at the numbers. We should have won it. Williams, where were you today? Did you fall asleep on the coach? Borke and Wakeling were both absolutely anonymous as well. Not good enough. I'm delighted with our performance. Didn't get results. Federski scored an absolute screamer. Yeah, absolutely right. It finished 25-0 to Red Star Belgrade. It can always be worse. There's 85 grand going in from that match, and we're going into the Conference League against KF Kukesi of Albania. They're in the Superiori League of Albania. They're one of a few clubs in Europe that charge less money for a season ticket than we do. So, we've got a chance. That's where we'll be next time. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like. Sub up if you are new. Leave your comments about how we should punish Wakeling for his inability to finish a cup of tea. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.